Automatic reflection removal is now available for the very first time in Photoshop. Today, we're gonna show you how to use it, where it works, where it doesn't work, and we're gonna show you how to clean up things to make it work even better. So here we are in the full build of Photoshop 2026, and it couldn't be easier. We're simply gonna click on our background layer, and we're gonna go to Edit and down to, boom, Reflection Removal. Now, we don't have really that many options. We can create a separate reflection layer. I do suggest using this, and our quality, I'm gonna go ahead and choose best. Let's go ahead and click on OK. This is gonna remove reflections using AI. Now, we have had this technology in Lightroom for a couple of years, as well as in Adobe Camera Raw, but here in Photoshop, it's better. And the reason is because it creates separate layers that you can mask in or out if you want to. Okay, now here you can see it is gonna take just a few minutes to do this. This is gonna be using AI, but this will not use any generative credits. And we're done. Let's go ahead and take a look at our results. So here you can see we have our reflection removal layer. I'm gonna turn that off, and you can see this layer is literally just the reflections of our photograph. So it's pulled all that reflections, and here we have our original background. So our background, the reflections if you want them, and then we have our reflection removal. Now, here's what we see. Yes, it does a good job in a lot of cases. Honestly, removing the reflection right in front of this subject, it did an incredible job. Let's go ahead and zoom in. This would be very difficult to do any other way. In front of this other subject, it did a pretty good job, but I will say a couple things. This subject's arm, it thought was a reflection, so it removed the subject's arm. That's not exactly what we want, but this is why I recommend using Photoshop for this process, because we can mask in or out the areas for our reflection removal and improve them with Generative Fill. So let's go ahead and show you how to do that. Now we have our reflection removal. You can use this reflection layer if you want to, but we're not going to be using this. The reflection removal layer, basically, I just want this to be visible over top of my subject's face, okay? So we're gonna put a layer mask on this layer. I'm gonna hold Alt or Option and click on my layer mask icon. It's gonna make a black layer mask. Then let's hit B for the brush tool, and we're gonna be painting white, there we go, right over top of our subject's face. So basically what I'm doing is I'm painting in my reflection removal layer just where I want it. Because if you remember, it tried to remove my subject's arm. Like if I hold Shift and click on this layer mask, it tried to remove her arm. That's not exactly what we want. So obviously the tool isn't perfect. It could still use a little bit of work if we're being totally honest, but where it does work, it works very well, and I like that we can mask it in. Now, I have some more reflections over top of my subject's face. Not that big of a deal. I can still just go back in here with our selection brush tool. We're gonna select this area. There we go. I don't wanna paint over her like eyes and things like that, okay? Now, it's fortunate this reflection is kind of like, you know, on her hairline and her cheek and things like that. This, I feel totally okay generating. If I had to generate a new face, it would not look really that realistic. So we're just gonna be painting right over here. Now I'm gonna click on Generative Fill, okay? We're gonna click on our model selector, and I'm just gonna choose Firefly Fill and Expand. This model is included. If you wanna go to your brand new generative credit selector, you can see features, and I'm gonna go to Generative Fill, there we are. Firefly Fill and Expand. I have unlimited uses for this. By the way, this is going to be individual based on your specific account. So if you're curious on how many credits any of these generative features are going to be using, you can find that out right over here. Everything that you see on your screen right now is specific to my account and the plan that I pay for. So make sure to check it for your plan. Okay, let's go ahead and close that down. But you can see I'm going to use Firefly, Fill, and Expand. I have unlimited uses here, so we're going to go ahead and click on Generate. Fantastic. Now I'm going to get 3 different variations, and basically it's just going to create a new side of our person's face. And you can do this as many times as you want. Again, I wouldn't recommend doing this over top of her eyes, but for the side of her face, you can see it generated a few sides of face for our subject. I think this one looks pretty good. And there we have results that work, okay? The new generative remove tool, honestly, like there's the before and there's the after. Fantastic job on this subject, and we were able to clean up that subject. Of course, all this stuff is a reflection, that's a reflection, that's a reflection. You could try to remove it. Mostly where it kind of makes sense is over top of the subject's face, and we were able to get that result. So This is kind of like a tutorial slash a little bit of a review. Yes, this tool is amazing. I'm so glad it's in Photoshop because we can use layers. So we can mask it in where we actually want it to be visible. Previously in Camera Raw and in Lightroom, it was either we had a slider to adjust the amount, but there were no layers. So the tool is great. It could use a little bit of work, but with masking plus generative fill, I think most of the time we're gonna be able to get where we need. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget you can download this sample image and PSD totally free. Click on the link right down below. And if you want to get a free tutorial every single week, simply click on and subscribe. Thanks again, and I'll Phlearn you later. Bye everyone.